Dealing with knee pain while you're running, patellofemoral syndrome, runner's knee, these things are actually often caused by weak hip abductors, and as a result, it's having a hard time stabilizing your femur. That's really what we talked about part one of this video. This video, we want to talk about another aspect that can contribute to such pain, which often is due to your ankle and your feet. You see, if your ankle and feet aren't working right and aren't stabilizing you while you walk, you end up getting internal rotation at the knee because the foot starts to collapse. So this video, we want to talk about some specific exercises that you can do to strengthen your feet and the surrounding muscles around the ankle to provide optimal support and stability so that your knee can maintain optimal biomechanics while you're running and make sure you don't get pain. This exercise strengthens a very critical muscle that's involved in running. It's going to be your tibialis anterior. This particular muscle here helps straighten out your knee. In addition, its tendons come all the way out into the feet itself, stabilizing the ankle as well. So what you want to do is you want to place your feet in just like so. You're going to lift up the leg. As you're doing so, hold it, 3, 2, 1, down slow, and come back up again. By doing so, you want to feel that burn, you want to feel that activation in that muscle right there. You want to maintain a neutral ankle, just around 90 degrees or so. That'll really help keep that muscle engaged, and you want to slowly lower it to make sure that muscle doesn't really rest and it's really being worked and it's being exercised. This is a fantastic exercise to do. Don't neglect it. This next exercise is going to be a combination of the last two that we went over. It's going to be a very functional one as well. This will almost mimic a more dynamic form of movement. It's one that you'll experience if you're going to be running, of course. So what you want to do is hold on to the weight just like so. You're going to bend the knees slightly just to make sure there's some pressure on the quads. The weight's lifted onto them. You're going to lift your toes off the ground. So now the weight is shifted onto those heels. You're going to maintain this posture in this position. You're going to start taking some steps coming forward. Just like so, you're going to maintain those toes. You want to make sure it's not touching the ground. And again, this is not only working the quads, but he's also working that tibialis anterior. You can hold on to some weight as well, just to make it a little bit harder for yourself. Give yourself some resistance. Another way that you can do this exercise to make it even a little bit harder and really incorporate some of the techniques that we discussed when it comes to the feet itself, you want to get into this position, but as you can see here, you start to dig your big toe into the ground. What that does is it starts to lift the inside arch up, so you get more activation there. It's lifting it up. I can literally put my feet through it. He's doing a great job of that. He can bend a little bit more just to put some more pressure through those quads, and then he's going to come forward. And by doing so, he's not only working these muscles, his quads, but he's also maintaining a proper arch, and that again is only going to enhance his stability at the knee itself, making sure that kneecap or that patella is gliding properly and the way it should be, reducing aches and pains in your knee while you're running. For all you runners out there, do not neglect strengthening your feet. You see, having a strong medial arch just right on the inside of the feet here is absolutely critical to be able to maintain a strong and stabilized knee. You see, if the medial arch starts to collapse or it's weak, what happens is the foot starts to roll inwards. And if that foot starts to roll inwards, your femur starts to internally rotate. This creates a biomechanical deficiency for that kneecap. So as a result, you really want to strengthen those medial arches, and by doing so, you'll create a strong, stable knee, and you'll be able to run for longer periods of time with no pain or to very minimal pain at the knee. So what you want to do here is you want to place a towel underneath your feet, just like so. You want to dig in your toes into the edges of that towel and try to curl that towel up as much as you can and hold it there and then repeat. And he's doing a wonderful job here. As you can see, the medial arches are really lifting up, and that's going to help strengthen all the muscles in that region. This exercise has actually proven to improve the medial arch so much that it actually reduces flat feet. So if you're somebody who's also suffering from flat feet, this is a wonderful exercise for you to do, as it'll help bring that arch back to your feet. So there you have it. In this video, we discuss exercises that you can do to help strengthen your feet and your ankle and the surrounding muscles to make sure that you have a stronger knee, more stabilized knee, so that you can run for longer with less pain. In the part 1 of this video, and you can find the links below, we discuss how the hip is primarily involved in most knee pains and things that you can do to actually help strengthen that hip to make sure that you reduce the risk of knee pain. Next time, we are going to be discussing manual therapy techniques that I actually use to treat runner's knee or anybody dealing with patellofemoral syndrome. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.